Alright, so I am back, and today we're going to take a look at the Badcube's Claymore. So here's the box. You got the black and purple artwork. More artwork. You guys, I mean, it's a very plain box with some artwork. The artwork looks good, but again, my new pet peeve is I want product images of the figure on the box. I just think that would be nice. So, yeah. So here he is. This again is the collector's edition. So he's got a couple different accessories than the standard edition. Really? A couple? One. He has one. Alright, so he comes with the Energon Cube. I believe that comes with all the other ones too. He's got his gun here. And as you can see, he doesn't have a face because he comes with two different faces that you can choose from on which ones you want to display them with. You got the static face, and then you got the smirk face. And I really like the smirk face, so I'm going to put that on. A reason why I didn't start with that is these things are not the most enjoyable to get out. They don't... so you just have to really pry on it. It comes with the static face attached, but yeah, you just try and get it. You gotta get behind the two chin pieces here, and then once you get it back there, then you can push it all the way in. And because it's all painted, I'm afraid that you're gonna start chipping it if you start doing it too much. So pick a face, stick with it. That's what I'll say. Alright, so here he is in his robot mode. Like I said, he comes with the Energon Cube. You set that off to the side. Comes with his pistol. You can open up his hand and just tab it in. And it's the Badcube type tabs, so it's a little bit wider and deeper. So once you get it in there, past that thumb, plugs in very securely, and yeah, and there you go. So posability on this guy, before we get into transformation, the antenna here, or mandibles, whatever you want to call them, are on ball joints. It comes with these uninstalled, so again, you know, if you're obviously, if you're gonna display them, you're gonna want them on there. But because this is all chrome paint, I would recommend, you know, you put it on there and you leave it. You don't take it off if you don't have to. Head is on a ball joint, but this ball joint is really tight. So I can get mine up to here, and as for left and right, I can get a little bit. Okay, he's not turning right. So you can turn a little bit this way, and you can turn a little bit up, I think. Yeah, that is super tight in there, and I don't want to break it. Chest is die cast on this version. Let's see. Trying to see if there's any other die cast here. The feet are die cast. I think that's it. Alright, shoulders on a big ball joint. Up, down, and out. Bicep swivel. Double bend elbow. Wrist swivels. Fingers have one pinned for the whole thing, which I like. I think that works for these guys. Waist is on a ball joint. You can kind of pull this out to get more of the ball joint and ab crunch, but it's supposed to sit in like this, where you get mostly just the swivel. So it's kind of up to you how you want to do that. Hips ratchet up and down. As you can see, there's not enough clearance in between, you know, the hips and the waist, so when you move it up, it's going to unlock it. So you got in and out, swivels, out to there. There is a little bit of a bicep or thigh swivel there. Bends at the knee. Not the greatest bend. And the foot is on a hinge. So swivels side to side. And it's got the rocker in there. Kind of a light ball joint. And let's see if we can do, because everybody seems to be obsessed with the Iron Man pose. So we'll see if we can do the Iron Man pose. There we go. That's the best I could do. Okay. Yeah. See, it's kind of like the Iron Man pose, right? Sure. All right. Oh, I'm done being humorous. All right. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. There is his robot mode. You know, he's got some good paint going on here. He's got the clear plastic chest. You guys know me. I would have preferred the solid yellow, but this is supposed to be toy accurate. But the chrome is done really well. No paint on the arms whatsoever. The legs, the insect legs here are completely painted. That's weird. Why not just mold it yellow? But yeah, quite frankly, I would prefer. I prefer it being painted than the yellow plastic, because the yellow plastic, like red plastic, just kind of makes it look like a knockoff. Painted thighs here. He's got a little bit of paint going there, and the feet are painted purple. And the purple does a good job of matching with the arm purple, as you can see. It's pretty much spot on. Even though this is molded plastic, this is metal painted on. But yeah, so let's get them into bug mode real quick. These guys aren't the most difficult, and that's what I really like about this set. Alright, so you fold this silver panel here in, like that. You want to take the waist, pull this down, and then you can see that the silver panels kind of come together a little bit better. Not the greatest fit, as you can see. It doesn't quite match up, so I'm gonna keep trying to get it right, and it just won't sit perfect. Open up this panel here. There's nothing here that really locks this in, by the way. This is just kind of free floating. Just friction holds it together. Do not like that. I hate that. It's cheap. For an $80 figure, I expect better. I mean, come on. You can't put a little locker in there. Just a little tab. Whatever. Fold this around. There we go. Alright, so move the arms out to the side. You can rotate these legs out, and then this piece unhinges, goes up like that. Rotate the waist around, and then you want to open up these leg panels. So you start, let's just fold up the foot, rotate this down, get that out of the way. Then you come here and untab this panel here. So fold out, and then this panel will then fold in on itself. Then you want to take the leg and it rotates up like this, and then you collapse it down like this. And then this piece here will slide all the way down. Okay? Do the same thing over here. So we want to undo this panel here, fold it out, fold this out, pull legs down. This will collapse in here. Thigh comes up. And like so. And then you can take these pieces here and they tab in together like that. And then slide this piece down like the other side. And you can just kind of fiddle with these feet and just kind of collapse them down, get them out of the way a little bit. Like so. You can take the hands here, and there's a tab right there that'll plug into that slot in the thigh right there. Just kind of move this down like so. This will come in and tab into place, just like that. Same thing on this side. And then you can slide those up. There's a little tab that's right there that'll fit into that hole in the where the hand would sit. And there you go. Transformation's not difficult by any means. It's good. I wish the silver pieces here would be more consistent, because sometimes I can get them lined up perfectly, sometimes I can't, and there's no rhyme or reason why sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. It's just sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. The gun you can take, and there's this little slot right here that the handle will plug into. You just plug that in, and there you go. And he looks good. I like the I like the way he looks. I think he's I think he's pretty nice. I do. He's not perfect, but he's far from bad. So anyway, let's get him back into robot mode, because yeah. Untab these. Tap these. Get those out of the way. Split the legs. The nieces are over, and there's nothing I can do to make them quiet down while I'm doing a video. Alright. So, fold these out. And then this will slide up. And you want to collapse this leg here. It's got these double hinge right here, so you fold this back and in like so, and then there's a tab there and there. They'll plug into those holes there and there. So just there you go. Flip the foot out and the toe back, and this toe feels a little loose here. I think that's because they haven't quite mastered the die cast part yet. Given time, they probably will, and they'll be pretty good at it. But as of right now, I say the Insecticons are not the best of the die-cast when it comes to third party. Not even close. Not saying that they're bad, I'm just saying that they could do a lot better. Let's hinge those down. These will come onto the back. You want to push the waist up, and it's got a little bit of an automorph here, as you can see. So you fold this up, and then the chest fills out, and then the silver parts come apart a little bit. And then you want to hinge those out. These things are also pretty tight. I'm not too thrilled with any time I have to move them. So, you know, be careful with those. Now, I don't know if the standard edition of these bugs have the same kind of tightness and looseness that I'm not finding very enjoyable. So eventually I'll get those so we can look at those as well. But hopefully they're a little bit better than these, because these while these are good, they're just, you know, my issue with them is you know, the same issue I had with why the hell are you not standing right? He does not want to stand. There we go. There we go. That's a little better. But my issue with him is the same issue I had with this one. And that is, while these guys look really good and really impressive here, when you get something more along the lines of quality, because I finally got this guy back. When you get something more along the lines of high quality, like Fans Toys, that has that. Okay, seriously, this guy weighs, I'd say, probably about as much as both of these put together. And these are the die-cast versions. So it's like these guys would be great troop fillers, whereas these guys would be the great, like, commanders of the swarms. So that's my opinion on this. That this is definitely the superior set. And again, you know, I'm not hating these Badcube ones. I like them a lot. I just think that with the taste of what Fans Toys has come, they just kind of are outshined completely, especially since they're the same price. Now, because the standard edition comes in the 3-pack for $20 less per figure, making these guys about $60 a piece as opposed to $80. You know, it just that's my big difference, is that this guy costs the same much as either one of these guys, and this guy's a lot better of a figure. So yeah, that's my thoughts. You know, again, they clean up really well. I do like that. Let's do quick MP scale comparison. Here he is with the car. This is a little shorter than the car. And MP10. Probably half as tall. So it works. I like the scale. I like the colors. I mean, I like these figures. I know Fans Toys is going to do better. Because this guy is so much better than this guy that it's almost embarrassing of a difference. So, well, I can't sit here and say, you know, it's a bad figure, I don't recommend it. I would say I would recommend getting the cheaper set. Because, again, I don't think there's enough here that makes it worth the same price as what the Fans Toys is going to be. So yeah. You know, and then, you know, MMC's releasing a 3-pack of bugs the same price as their cheap versions. So that's going to be another hard thing for them to come up against. I think they hit the nail, but not quite right on the head with these guys, is what I'd say. So all in all, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I think he's still pretty cool. And I haven't seen the Fans Toys ones to really outshine him. But the forearm should be able to lock a little bit better. Head's too tight to move to the right. And the feet are not quite as sturdy as I'd prefer. This one in particular. They're just not quite where they should be on tightness and QC. And of course these silver panels could latch up together. The chest doesn't lock in that very, very well either. So it's like, you know, little things like that, you know, make me go, it's not quite perfect. And just knowing that there's something better coming. But at the same time, it's still a good figure. I do recommend it. I just, you know, I have to say, you know, if you can get the box set of all three, you might want to do that route rather than the collector's edition, because I still don't think the collectors are quite worthwhile.